the team and the population that has been waiting to hear from you eagerly, and it is now my singular honor to invite you to please address the people here and live, the people watching.
Her Excellency the Vice President, the Right Honorable Moses Chigongo, the NRM Vice Chairman, the Ministers, Members of Parliament, the youth leaders, the members of the diplomatic corps, and from the UN family, the Afro-Arab youth leaders. Neymama yejez mwena muruhoro je ati njanga murujungu ogaba kanje ngoba kiga urujungu nishibakwata kubi bwanyuma ninja kuvunira binagambo omulyankorera ikiga abataka kumenya rujungu reka maze ngambira aba Uganda yona nation. The first thing for the youth and you should remember that the one who is talking to you now is a former youth. Therefore, when you spend time youth, I am a former youth, I know everything about youth. So I can really tell you, as you use your language, the roadmap. What is the safe roadmap for the youth? Because I was here in 1960 in Mbara High School. I was a youth. This is 63 years ago, and I was watching what was happening. And I've been watching since that time, and also participating. The first thing you must ensure is discipline. Discipline for yourself, to protect your life from the dangers of youth. Abanyankole bainefumu negira ngo bufuzi bwitowa kwati icumu. Omwana asoko wali yafuza ali mwana muto atene bazaire konka aboke byetengo byo yakiri omwana nibike nabana yende byokulya naho kubyama n'ekyo kweshweka nabwe ekyo n'owako wali efuzi nabasa kugumaho konka ari kunyeta yashogoya Nchiva maiso kwati ichuma wakabana wakabatakwata amashumu. Ichumu rikandi kwatwa umuntu omutsigazi ningo omushaija. So hatwa kwari kushuga yabo omutsigazi agira ebizibu by'obufuuzi bya kare ataho n'ebyokunyeta ebyokuba omutsigazi. Aho niho arikugwa niho baihire efumu erikugira ngu obufuuzi tubukwitira mu bwana konka bukwita wakuzire. Rero z'omu marwa oz'omu bwamaraya basi niyo orikugwa okwo. Efumu y'abanyankore obufuuzi bwito wakwata icumu mukimanya ekyo. Wakuba kiri omwana naaba aine ebizibu konka nibiba biri ebizibu ebitarikwita ebyokurya ekyokweshweka okubyama basi barikunyeta atagira ebizibu bya kare ataho atebisya ebye. Therefore, the first thing for the youth, when you say youth, the first thing for you, especially people are not handling you as politicians, who should be handling you as parents. Because what I'm telling you is what I tell my grandchildren now, the ones who are with me in the house. That's what I tell them. First thing is discipline. You must reject the temptations of youth. Mureke kubara ekibaro kubi okubara ekibaro kukibara kubi mukenda okushemererwa kwaho naho okwo obuyayo abakega bene ekigambo ky'obuyayo kirimu obuko butaine maani enkwezi taine maani mbwenu okukushemererwa okwobuyayo tarimu kibaro kora okugumisiriza wayetwara oja kushanga washenya enku ezihamire eziine orukara. So the first thing is to resist the temptations of youth. Because those are really no value addition. They will add nothing to you. Secondly, studies. Concentrating on your studies so that you get knowledge, but you also get qualifications. Now, thirdly, ideology. Part of the problem is that the youth, some of the youth get wrong ideology. Ideology of sectarianism, of religion, of tribes, of working for foreign interests. If you take that line, you will fail. Because I have been watching all these years. Many of the people who came into at independence were young people. All of them were young people. There were no old people. But because they did not address the issue of ideology, that's why we had so many problems in Uganda. Tanzania, where Mwalimu addressed the issue of ideology, has been stable all this time. Even when there's anything they didn't do today, tomorrow they will do it because it is stable. And Mwalimu started with a good ideology of uzalendo, of patriotism. That's why Tanzania has been peaceful all the time. So, the 3 words for the youth: discipline, knowledge and skills, and ideology. If you look at those 3, I can assure you, you will go far. After that, you should ensure to lead a productive life, to be in productivity. Don't lead a life of parasitism, of depending on others. Be sure that you can and they are all where you can be either as a small commercial farmer or as a big one if you have the land. And we have told you what to do in either case. Manufacturer. That's the second sector, manufacturing. And I'm glad when I was touring the kiosks there, I saw some of you processing. There were those who were doing honey. I saw them there. Honey and other bee products. There were those who were making a shandy from juice from sugar cane. There were others who were processing meat, making a mkaro. There are even people from Mityana who are making sanitary pads from Ebseisa. Ebseisa numemanya. Abakumanya Ebseisa bakiganwa. Ebseisa ne. Olio omukono Ebseisa nenki. Joza muzindaro bagambe. Muzindaro guli. You know, our languages here are much richer than English. English is a poor language. They don't have enough words. You can imagine they don't have a word for here. They say forehead. What's that now? Forehead, front head. Huh? Tell us what Ebsesa are.
Your Excellency, ndi Richard Mpolera, District Councillor, orajwechera abakuzire, District ya Kabale. Ebiseisa, nechifunjo, echore ya oruhu, ero intima yomunda, yotote chiseisa.
Very good.
Thank you much.
Thank you so much. Exisa is the inside of a papyrus reed. When you remove the cover of the papyrus, which is very rough, it can cut you. It is very rough. Then what is inside is Exisa. Now, some young people there are taking those Exisa and making sanitary pads out of them. There. And also paper. You remember Egypt was the first country in the world to make paper, and they were making it from papyrus. So even now, those people are making, again, paper from papyrus. So they are making sanitary pads, but also paper. So there you have the whole area. And I've been telling people, we started telling you some years ago that these courses you are selecting in university, because you want a degree, you should be careful. You should choose either something you like, but knowing very well that it may not get you a job, but you like it. You study it. If you study Latin, sanctum sanctum, oh, fine. And you get a degree in Latin, where will you work? But if you like Latin and you qualify in it, but you are ready to come and do other things, because education is education, even if you are qualified in a social science, because of the education exposure, you can do other things. You can do business, you can do agriculture. That agriculture you are talking about, you can do it in a better way. So once you have that qualification, or you don't have, but the areas of productivity are here: commercial agriculture, manufacturing. Those have just handled a few, but there are so many. Maize milling, the milk products, we've got a lot of milk here, the bananas, the fibers, banana fibers, ebirere, nebigogo, nenkonya. All those are raw materials of whatever you want. We are now going to develop a project of emigano, bamboo, in the other areas, the other hills of Rwampara and Singo and so on. Because to make very good paper, we need, you can use bamboo. And we are now importing paper. You can imagine Uganda is importing paper. I think $200 million or something. But we shall make all those paper here, all that paper here. And many people can grow the bamboo and we process it. So therefore, number one, commercial agriculture. Number two, processing. Then there is services. Some of you are already active in services, hotels, tourism. We have been studying the issue of tourism. This area is very good for tourism. And some other parts of Uganda are good. We have been working on the tarmac, on the roads for tourism, but we are now refining our thinking, because some of the tourists are very rich people. They don't have time to waste to come and land in Entebbe and drive 400 kilometers to come here. So we are thinking of developing international airports near some of the tourist sites, like Chidepo, Kasese, Fort Elizabeth, somewhere near Bwindi, whether we do it on the Chi side or what. Kisoro is there, but Kisoro, those mountains, I don't know how good they are for the aircrafts, big aircrafts. So we are going to work on that also, so that we capture The tourists want to come and drive and see the whole country, and the ones want to come with their private planes, land, sea, and go away. So you, as the youth, you should look at these options. Then ICT, Dr. Warimus is working on that. There are jobs known as BPOs, business processes outsourcing, where you can be here as an accountant in Kabale and you help somebody in Canada check his accounts books, and you send the work on the internet and you are paid here. But also other electronic innovations. I was very happy to see a young person there from Bara University. There was a group who have made an electronic monitor for the body, to monitor blood clots and so on. We are going to support all those. We are going to support you. We shall support you with the government funds. Then there is the knowledge economy. Because this processing and so on, we are using old technology, old science. But your people, are very well educated. Like yesterday, I was having a meeting with our scientists in NARO, National Research Organization, who have discovered a vaccine against the ticks. We are going to roll it out. They're already checking it, we're going to roll it out. Now, that knowledge economy, our scientific cadres, those ones I don't have to talk too much about them because they know what to do. And they're already doing it. They are making the electronic vehicles, electric, not electronic, electric vehicles. They are making, working on electric batteries, on the pathogenic economy, like the vaccines and so on. Those ones, the debt is on the side of the government to give them enough money and promptly, not wasting their time. So therefore, we should have a population of wealth creators. This is very crucial for you to understand, because you can have a population of leisure seekers. Abarukunda okwetanyagura. In the world, it's known. Like, for instance, the biggest economy in the world now is the United States, followed by China, followed by Japan. Japan is a small country. It's not such a big country. But they are very hard-working people. They have got a culture of hard-working. The Japanese are known. They are hard workers. That's how their country came from defeat in the Second World War. It has now been the second richest economy in the world until China overtook them because of size. China has got size. But Chinese are also very hard workers. the Germans. So, you, the youth of Uganda, what are you going to be? Nyonjo mukozi. Nyowe omnyeto gwa nyumawazi. The former youth. I am a hard worker. Wherever you put me, I will work. I will deliver. Okuri sente, okuhinga, okurwana, whatever you want, I am available. So therefore, the youth movement, because this is the youth council, women council, eria akakiuka kanja k'abagurusi n'abakaikuru akanango minister waitu ali awo, minister of the elderly, Jidudu. These councils are not really for implementation as such, because the implementation is being done by the government structures. You have the parish, that's an implementation unit, a sub-county, a district, a ministry. These are the implementation units. These councils, why we set them up, were mainly ideological and mobilization units to spread ideas. Imumria waburuzi benjiri abokati mukwasa kuza kutarana na district, abokati district niyo kutomo nkora, egomboro niyo kutomo nkora, omuruka guri yawo ati ebyo kuza kuteka no kwihura tukuja kubizamu n'orubato omusafuriya z'abandi, but ogwawe no kuburira enjiri, okwetegereza enjiri ya NRM okagiburira. This is the work of the councils. Sensitization. So, what are you sensitizing the youth about? I see you sensitizing dancing in mpaka chini. Okay, is that all you are sensitizing them about? Have you ever seen Japanese night clubs? I don't know. Do they go to night clubs, Japanese? I don't know. So, what is, in fact, I'm sorry I've not been interacting with the youth so closely, but now I will take more time. What is the content of the message? What is the content of the message of the youth movement in Uganda? What is the content? Abatsigazi numbarisa ki ekigambo ekyokulisa. So the economy is doing well. As I said in my statement, the five sectors are doing well. The private sector is doing a good job, but the problem has been corruption in the civil servants and the politicians also, which you should fight. But the youth movement, because the youth council should see those corrupt people and expose them. That will be part of your work, because you are in the society. You can see what is happening. Now, regarding this area, as you can see, this area is very productive, but we have not yet harmonized it. It can be more productive. I introduced a pilot project in Ruchiga, near Muhanga, where somebody was growing apples and was irrigating from the swamp. Apples. What I was trying to tell our people here is that use the water in the valley to irrigate the hills. Those hills should be green all the year round because there is water down here. But we have not fully harmonized on that. Therefore, the area here is underutilized because you are only using the rain. You wait for the rain. But if you understand my vision, you don't have to wait for the rain, you can irrigate. The valleys can be granular for water, then you irrigate the hills through pumping, through solar pumps like the one I had put at near Muhanga. When I come back for the country, for the zonal tour, we shall discuss more about that. These areas can produce all the year round through rain and irrigation. We are now using only half of the year. When it rains, that's when we produce. But why not irrigate? Nahuranu muhimbisa kamuntu. Komanya ilebus bana kamuntu. Kumra hore entaro kona kamuntu kana mtaje ngumugurisi abata. Kamuntu natunde embire omuntu owahinga embire azhanuka zibemineke anyuka ayamushande kantal garkiraho eshande agitomurwina ergama marwa garwagwa nangota abamutu bagarkiraho nibatekana rwagwa nayo beham kali akarko bayitira kimwe kali akamwisha mbona atika muntu wena tune mbire zanje mbona ka muntu nansisira eshande ansisira rwagwa abanyankuru ko kugeta bageta rwagwa ansisira rwagwa ansisira nakaya akarukukira kubaita muno mbona ka muntu mugambere ngurga hambira zo mugurusa abo kuba factory indi kuba leta mu Rwanda atumwe no gumtsigaza natwara obutare abuyumwitaka abutwara abaheru babano banyuka babano bahamurwagwa esente zona ezirkweyongeraho emirimo babano bagitwara hato gumtsigazi warukutwara obutare bamuhereza dora anana mshanje burutani ati taneje wajikora mwe byoma noyongera kacho ubutare nka 1.4 tons oyihamudora nkarukaga ningarushanje mbona natsisa muganda rekeraho ka muntu natufiriza sente atufiriza emirimo ntongwenda factory bahata abarukuje kukomba ka factory abashire hino bayi tugambire abahisize hariho n'abandi abakutwara wolfram bakayitwara ahandi wolfram egiyo okweyo munanka abo nabo nibatusisira. What am I explaining? Yes. Abantu abari kutuma nkorana bahi.
Your Excellency, abantu abiwakolenga nabo kandi abali hihi okutaho factory ikorero ly'obutale n'aba modern steel hata ituri kugambira bali ha stage yokutunga license eyokumayininga yoku baraheze batandike.
So kamuntu lekera okutwara embire zeitu what I was explaining, you see, our language is more efficient. English, they say iron ore. They don't have a word for iron ore. But what they call iron ore, we call it obutare. Obutare is what the English call iron ore. That's why you hear some, even in Rwanda, there is a place called Butare. That means there is iron ore there. So we have got very high grade iron ore here. It is the best in the world. The second best is in Peru, because this one is 70% pure. The one of Peru is about 60%, 50%. So for a long time, we have been looking for an investor to build an integrated steel industry from obutare iron ore to steel. We have now succeeded, and I'm telling them that those who have been trying to export unprocessed iron ore should stop, because they are making us lose money and lose jobs. So I want to end. I heard about the loan scheme. What the youth leader was saying. The loan scheme, we support it, but the money was not renewed this time because of the problems we had, the temporary problems of Corona, the war in Ukraine, but that scheme will be replenished. But what we did, I think we said, no new ones, but the old ones must continue being supported. But it was a temporary measure. About the 4 billion, I was embarrassed to hear that somebody took away the 4 billion from the youth councils. It will be brought back. Some of these people are shameless. How do you find somebody with very little and then you take away the very little? It's not common sense. So finally, I thank the UN and the family of the UN for their support for some of our programs. I'm coming back in this area to discuss in more detail our wealth creation. So this time we came for the youth. Mwareba abasirikare nibakumba mwashemerwa mwebare kwija bingi ntanga bampera umugisha.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President. Thank you for giving us time. And can we stand and do the anthems?